Wow, it's been a great September.
Hasn't it?
It's been warm and it's been just a lovely fall here in Edmonton, Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm Cynthia and this is my sister.
I'm Barb.
And we're the owners of River City Yarns in Edmonton, Alberta, and we're about to start our 8th episode of Podcast On.
Right.
So welcome. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, it's been 8 months since we've been doing this.
Right? Yeah. Once a month.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been going on really quick.
It's great. And the comments that we're getting has been really inspirational.
Yes.
It's really nice to see that people are enjoying joining in with us as we talk about all the new stuff that's in the store and what we've been working on. That's fabulous.
And thanks so much for everybody for actually leaving those, really nice personal comments about Cynthia
and my soothing voice.
Yes. No, it's really nice, to hear things and to know kind of what you're interested in us talking about too. That's always fun.
Yeah.
So we've got a few things for you today. There was one lady who wanted to see the Leica needles.
Yes.
So we've got that on the go.
Right.
And then we're going to talk about some new products that we've got and some things that we've been up to.
Yeah, works in progress, finished objects, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. You've got the list, right?
Sure.
You've got the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want me to start?
Yeah. What are we starting with?
Okay. Well, I think last time we were talking about some prizes, right? That we were going to give out. We had a contest on in August in the store where for anybody who bought wool stock, we put their name into a draw. Mm-hmm. And so we drew a prize, and Kathleen, right? Catherine,
yeah.
won a slouchy, 21 color slouchy hat.
Yes.
And I think we've got a picture we could probably put up here.
Yeah, let's
to
insert a
show
picture.
you. She was just thrilled.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Well, who wouldn't? I mean, that slouchy hat it's really, really cute. And now they come out with a mitten kit as well,
That's
a
right.
21 color mitten kit.
We have one right there. Do you want to show it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's just right behind you on the shelf. A little higher up.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, these were really popular. And so
How to wreck a display.
we're actually sandwiched in here. We can't move off of these chairs. So
Yeah, so Catherine won a slouchy hat kit, which is the same package of yarn, and it makes a slouchy hat, which I am definitely making one for myself this winter.
You?
I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
And then now you can have matching mittens.
I know, isn't that great?
Yeah.
So this one includes a full skein, a full 50-gram skein, and then the 21 minis.
Right.
So how fun! Looks like they don't match each other, right? They're two different. Yeah.
Right. You have different stripes in each one, so same but different mittens. Yeah, that's really cool. They do a beautiful job, and the packaging is really nice. Yeah.
And we just put them in a little cellophane bag so that all the skeins would stay intact.
Yeah. It just looks pretty that way too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so Catherine won that one. And then we also finished up our Susan B. Anderson Knit Along on Ravelry.
Yeah.
And
how many people did we have on that?
I think we had a baker's dozen. I think there were about 13 people who finished.
People who finished,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. But there were more people who maybe didn't get done.
That's
like
right.
me.
What were you doing?
I had good intentions. I wanted to do one of those little sheep coats.
Oh.
But I've been, knitting on other stuff.
Right. So the sheep coats, you're talking about the little sweaters for the sheep. So that's part of our prize package.
Oh,
so
okay.
we gave everybody who participated a little prize, a little gifty, and because we might use those little gifts again, I won't talk about them too much here. Well, the prize winners know what they got.
Oh, okay.
We also have like a grand prize.
Right.
And so we've drawn a name and we're giving away a prize, and we won't do too much fanfare about that one, but let's just take a look at the prize we've got here.
Oh.
So we put together Spud and Chloe at the Farm, which is one of Susan B.
That's
Anderson's
the first
books.
Susan B. Anderson book that I bought.
Yeah.
I did a little sheep in there for Jen.
Yes.
For when she was pregnant for her baby shower.
Yeah. Jen is my daughter and Barb's niece, and she has a beautiful baby named Rachel and another one named Hayden, and Rachel got the little sheep. And then, so we got these, there's also 2 little sheep cutouts in here, so maybe tell everybody what they're for.
Well, Susan, if you go look on her Ravelry page, she's doing fundraising for an organization called Heifer, and they actually buy animals for people so that they can make money and support themselves. So it's all the theory about, give someone a cow and they've got milk. Right. And so that's the idea. And so part of this was this organization had made little sheep, and Susan designed a little sweater pattern that she knits, so you can cover your sheep with a knitted sweater.
It's so cute.
It's very cute. So we thought, we're going to jump on that. We want to kind of fundraise for this organization as well. And so a company that we work with was able to make us some sheep and some alpaca.
Right, yeah.
So we've got 2 kind of cutouts that we've got, and we thought it would be great to have those at the Knit for Fun retreat when Susan gets here, because people could use their leftovers or their scraps from other projects to make a little sweater, something really quick, right?
Yes, yeah.
And maybe we can, put our Christmas tree up or something and decorate it and take pictures with it or something.
Sure. Or you just put a string around your neck and wear a sheep, right?
Yeah.
Could maybe put a name tag on top of it too. There's some things we can
That's
do.
right.
Mm-hmm.
We could teach them how to knit their name in Tarsha. Yeah.
Or yes. Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, we just even wrapped yarn around them for our Christmas tree last year. We had a bunch of them, and we made yarn sheep, and they look adorable.
Well, and I did that with Rachel last year for ornaments. So I just gave her some white yarn and let her wrap a sheep. Of course, the yarn got all over the legs and the eyes and the ears and everything. But it was so much fun, 3-year-old and wrapping yarn. It's totally up their alleys. Yeah,
that's right. Perfect. So that's a great gift.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
someone will be really happy with that.
Yeah. And I finished my Susan B. Anderson project.
Did you?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Yeah. I've got it here.
Okay, an FO.
Mm-hmm. So remember I said I was going to do the dolls?
God.
And I was going to do the sisters idea, have a doll that sort of mimics you and me.
Yes.
But the doll would look the same. I
need to dye my hair.
There's only so much you can do, and I could put some purple on it. So I just decided to go with kind of like fairy tale characters, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this is
Alice in Wonderland? No.
Snow White.
Oh, Snow White.
Right? She has black hair, doesn't she?
I'm not sure.
Well,
does anybody know? Yeah.
This is the Disney princess with black hair. And so this is from Susan B. Anderson's.
Her dress.
Yeah, they're petticoat dolls, right? So they've got petticoats on them. Gosh. And then you flip her over and put her dressed like that.
Aww.
And now we have Rapunzel with her long hair. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
Isn't that fun?
Cute.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun to make. And I used Eden. An Eden gradient kit in here.
Of course, right?
And I used Malabrigo Rios for
You only knit with cashmere now, right?
Why?
Snob.
Well, these are leftovers.
Right.
So it didn't cost me anything in that sense, right?
Oh my God, that is so cute.
But doesn't she feel soft?
Yes.
Right? And I made part of her while I was in New Brunswick visiting my mother-in-law, and I didn't have any wool batting. I stuffed all my wool ends. Like as I was knitting, any ends I trimmed off, I stuffed them inside. And then she gave me some quilt batting to put in. So yeah.
That's really cute.
So it truly is leftover bits and pieces.
Okay, now these could be Siamese twins.
They
co-joined.
Oh, there's lots of evil jokes we could have about this poor doll. But it's a really inventive design, and I had a lot of fun knitting. I knit the egg to alligator and the egg to penguin as well.
Yeah.
They're really cute.
Which one do you like best?
I like the penguin. It's really cute.
I meant which doll?
Oh, well, I am partial to Rapunzel.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're both really cute.
Yeah.
Nice
job.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of fun, and now I can give it to Rachel or leave it at my place, and she can play with it when she comes over.
Lovely.
Yeah. So check out that book. It's Topsy-Turvy, Inside Out Toys. And Susan B. Anderson is a genius when it comes to doing those toys.
Thanks,
so I'm making
Susan,
some more.
for the great pattern that Cynthia did. So are you going to put this on Ravelry?
Yeah, I took pictures and it's up on Ravelry.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh,
and the egg and the egg to owl, or egg to penguin and egg to alligator are there. My husband suggested I should turn the alligator into a dragon. So I might just do that.
Isn't Hayden into dragons?
Yeah, they both are. Yeah. My husband's into dragons, so the grandkids are too. Yeah.
So how long did that take you to make?
This doesn't take very long at all. You start with the head and you work it down in one piece. And when you get to the body, you put it on hold and then you work the other body. And they're joined together in the center, and then you knit one skirt and then you knit the other skirt. So the knitting the skirts is the biggest part because it's the most knitting. And
but it's just like a hat or something,
It's the same amount of time as a hat. Yeah.
Wouldn't take too long.
Yeah.
Probably took longer to put the hair on.
It did, yeah. And then I unplied some of the hair in this one because I wanted her ponytails to be fat. And because it's dark, you can sort of see her scalp through it. So I wanted to thicken it up a bit, so I just, very patiently unplied the yarn a bit.
Oh, that's cute. I'll have to make her some earrings.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, or a little shawl. Right? So Rachel can dress her.
That's cute.
She's into that. Yeah, so that was my finished Susan B. Anderson project. But the people who participated in our Ravelry knit along knit some amazing things. There was shawls. There were shawls, lots of socks, mittens, just you name it. Susan B. Anderson has a design for it, so that's great. From sheep to shawl, literally.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah. So that's it for prizes then, hey?
Yeah, I think so. And while we're on it, so that was an FO for you, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have any others?
I do. So between podcasts, since our last podcast, we went to Grand Prairie and we did a pop-up shop there, and I did a workshop while we were there on steeking and on hats.
Right.
And so of course I've been
You've
doing
got your
nothing
mitts.
but doing. Yeah, I've been doing
samples.
hats ever since. So here, let me dig in my little box here. Let me smooth this sweater out of the way a little bit. So this is a hat that I started during the workshop, and I just finished it.
Oh my God! Now this is out of Eden as well, isn't it?
It is.
This is Red Fox.
That's right.
I bet.
Yep.
I can recognize it.
Yep.
Look at this pom-pom.
And that's a little pom-pom from Wild Woolly Pom-Poms.
Oh,
yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. And I'd already made the I-cord, so I thought I would just attach it as a tassel.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then these are the hand warmers that we made for the steeking workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so people have been asking if we have a pattern for
these.
these. And the answer is no, because they weren't really designed as a pattern. What we did in the workshop is I had everybody knit what I called a very small cowl. So this was the cowl originally, right? One piece like that.
Around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we cut it in half here and here, and folded those two half cowls into, and picked up stitches along the edge. Sorry, I should back up. We cut it, we reinforced the edges with a crochet chain technique.
Yeah, don't tell all the techniques.
No, and a running stitch. We tried 3 different techniques, and then picked up stitches along the edge and did an encased edging, and then turned them into hand warmers.
Are you going to teach that workshop here?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will. It was the first time teaching a steeking workshop, and the challenge with classes like this is that you want to give people something to make with their cut pieces.
Right.
And the typical thing to do is like a mug cozy, but we wanted to do something a little more practical for our climate. So that's where the hand warmers came from. Yeah. And we called them Highway 43 hand warmers because that's where Grand Prairie is. It's at the
top of Highway 43.
Yeah.
that seemed like so much fun. I was back at the store, manning the store and watching on social media.
Yeah.
It was great. People were signing up. Well, how many people did you have in your class? I think there must have been
13,
over 10.
13 people in each class.
13 people. So that's what I would consider to be a pretty large class, right?
Yeah, then the people were amazing, Bart.
Were they?
Yeah, we did the hat class, and that was a class where we started at the top of the hat and worked down. And I think there were a couple of people in that class who hadn't knit in the round before.
Wow.
So they were real troopers. And there were other people, of course, who were more experienced, and they kind of lent a hand to their neighbors. So it was really nice.
Kudos for you for being able to, work with a group who's at different skill levels. And I'm sure you kept them all engaged.
Hopefully.
Right? Yeah. And people were talking about this a lot.
Yeah,
I think it's the whole idea about cutting your knitting.
Yes, it's scary. It's really scary, and so they all did it, and they all survived, and I think they all had fun.
Yeah.
One of the students, I can't remember her first name now. It'll come to me in a little bit. She sent me a picture of her completed hand warmers. She did this pair, and they look stunning. Yeah. We used Epic. This is Epic yarn. River City Yarns, one of our exclusive yarns. It's so warm.
It's Peruvian, soft.
Yeah.
Did you wash these and block them?
They're washed and laid flat to dry, so no particular blocking involved. Yeah.
Very nice.
It's fun.
So you got 2 finished objects.
Well, this was the class sample.
Yeah.
And then I did a sample of the hat in class. I also did that in Eden. But since I got back, I started 2 other hats, one magic loop and one on double pointed needles, so I could have some samples to demonstrate on during the class. So this was one of them. And then I just finished them. I've got one more here. This one's not quite finished. So that one's going to be for Hayden, and this one's for Rachel, and this is Sweet Georgia.
Yes, that's
superwash worsted.
I want to say, I forget what color that is.
Petal.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And so this is going to be Rachel's hat, and I just happen to have a pink pom-pom for the end of that one. And this is some recycled cashmere that I bought in a yarn shop on one of our travels.
Yeah, in the States.
So I'm going to do the edge in recycled cashmere and then maybe take it up the inside a little bit. So
perfect.
Rachel has a super warm hat. Yeah.
And super soft. Lovely.
Yeah. Hand wash only, Mom. Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Well, I just knit your sweater while you were away.
My gorgeous sweater.
Yeah.
Yes. The sweater that was admired by Eric Lutz when he was in the store.
Yes. The one in the same.
Yes. So
okay, it's a lie. I didn't knit it.
You could have. Yeah. And that's always fair.
Between midnight and 6 a.m.
So let's talk about the sweater and talk about Eric. Because that kind of happened when I was away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the sweater is done out of Fino. This is a yarn that we've been getting from Julie Aslin, and we fell in love with this yarn. It's been
so soft.
Yeah. It's a merino cashmere silk, I believe.
We'll check the details.
Yeah. We'll put the details up later.
Yep.
But it's a really pretty sweater. It's called Cooney.
Yes.
And
like George.
Who did it?
Clooney, or Cooney instead of Clooney.
Right.
Who knit it?
We'll look at the tag.
Jose Paquin.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think her and Julie know each other.
Yes.
Anyways, this sweater came to us from a shop in BC. It's a sample that Julie had to go with the Fino, and we're so happy to have it because it's beautiful. Everybody wants to knit it. They just come and touch it, and that's it.
So we have to send it back, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because I need you to knit me one that's just a little bit bigger.
Well, so, talk to everybody about the closure that you've got. That's really neat.
This is a leather... It's a screw-on closure, and you can then snap it here. I'm going to show you the inside. So you just screw it on, and so you can put it wherever you want.
Right.
And it's made out of leather, and it's by Jewel.
Yeah, we love these closures. They're so smart. These are like from the bookbinding industry. So these are little screws that you just pop through your knitting. They don't hurt your knitting at all. You just go in between 2 stitches with them.
Got it?
Yeah. And they are so cool. They're just the neatest things ever.
Mm-hmm.
They come apart. They've got little snaps. You can put them in one spot and then change them out and wear them into something else.
Yes.
So they're very versatile that way too.
Yeah. So I don't put button bands and buttonholes in my sweaters anymore because because why
bother?
Yeah. You can just put these in.
And we've been knitting. You know how sometimes you'll spend all this time knitting a scarf or something, and you end up running out of yarn, or it's just not quite the way that you thought it might be. We have a few of those in our shop. And that's how these pieces are so valuable. We've got, I'll show you a couple of pieces here. But here's kind of a leather closure that we put on this cowl.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just move it so you can kind of see it.
So this is a cowl that you've actually just folded in half.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you could wear it as one full piece.
Right. So normally you just pop it over your head like this.
Right.
But you've just folded it in half and then turned it into a really
completely different look,
yes,
right?
Yeah. And this leather is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
It's even got a little leather tie on it.
So this one comes with 2 screw-ins over here or leather ties.
Oh, so the tie is
yeah.
That's
so
clever.
To demo, we just kind of put the ties in one side and put the leather clips in another, and it's just a really neat way to take a piece, right?
Yes.
And then this one here, let me show you the other one.
Mm-hmm. This is stunning.
This is just a long scarf. Okay, how did we put this together? I forget now. But this is just a really long scarf,
right?
With welts that we knit out of 2 skeins of Malabrigo Rios.
And this closure.
Do you remember how that opens?
No, but I'll figure it out. You keep talking and I'll figure it out.
So that's another piece where you can just take a really long piece of knitting.
There we go.
Oh, you found it. Great.
I did. Yeah, so the buckle just opens up like this. And then you can take your scarf.
And wrap it round.
And you're right, this is a narrow scarf. It's really pretty though.
This is a free pattern that we're gifting anybody who buys a Jewel closure. We've got some patterns from Jewel, and this one's a freebie. So I probably need your help to kind of do it up, and I might have it wrapped maybe too many times around, but you get the idea, right? And you can even leave it open. You don't have to, because the ends look quite nice on their own. You've done a really nice job, though.
Okay,
looks cute.
Okay. It's not 100 degrees in here at all.
It's not? It's pretty warm in here.
And you notice she's got me in the sweater and in the scarf now. And so if my nose breaks out in sweat, it's because it's not 100 degrees in here.
So this is cool. So all you do is pull this pin back. Right. So it's like a pin kind of.
Let's hope she can take it apart after.
Anyways, cool. So there you go. You know, for any of those kind of mistake scarves that you've got, it's an easy way to fix it. Yeah. And it's a cool look.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
So love these.
Almost even goes with my sweater.
Love these from Jewel. So what else do we want to chat about today?
Well, Jewel also does designs, right?
Right.
You mentioned that, didn't you? So they're known for their closures, and they have beautiful white brass pins that are really cool as well.
For shawls. So these are great for thicker, heavier pieces. Mm-hmm. And then we've got really light shawl pins.
Right.
And I just wanted to show you the patterns that we're gifting with
the purchase?
Yeah. Or? So everyone can take their pick if they're in the store, or we'll send one out with the purchase. But they're just kind of nice. Here's a really good picture of. And we'll have to put some of these up later too.
I like these closures as well. A lot of the closures are on our online store. I haven't updated it with some of these new pieces yet, but I'll do that. I'll try to do that before this podcast goes live.
And I just wanted to show the buttons because I love wearing these on the easy folded poncho.
Right. So put in a leather button where there's no button, just as an accessory piece. Yes.
So you can wear them, just kind of hanging down. You could put them on the sleeve of your sweater.
Right. That's maybe what I'll do with I was planning to knit the Boxy with Buttons by Joji Locatelli.
Right.
For our next knit along, and so that might be an idea for that one because it has buttons going down the sleeve.
Right. You could use jewel closures.
Yeah.
I buy these in like 3s and 5s, and they look so neat. You swap them out between different pieces all the time.
That's a real design element, isn't it? Odd numbers. If you're going to, if you're buying buttons, by 5, by 7, by 9, right?
I just find it works out really well that way. You can, if you wanted, you could put 2 on sleeves, or it's just a nice amount to have.
Yeah, exactly. Well, these are really nice, and they do a beautiful job.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what else is on our list?
Well, Eric. Eric came to see us, right?
So tell us about Eric. Who is he? What does he do? Why is he special?
All right. Well, I learned about Eric through watching the Grocery Girls, and they were chatting about him. And he's a podcaster from Toronto, also owns his own business, does a lot of media work, and he was here in Edmonton to promote a new business that he was taking off at the mall.
Oh.
I think it was part of Cineplex Odeon.
Okay.
But he was doing the marketing on that.
Cool.
And came to kick it off. And he was here with his partner Sebastian. And Tracy and Jody came over and said it was actually on a holiday, on a Monday when we were closed over the summer.
31st or something like that.
I forget, yeah.
Yeah, we had just come back from Grand Prairie and we're still unpacking. And
So I was here at the store anyways, kind of working and putting away some stuff. And so they texted me and they came by, and it was great because he got a chance to have a little peek around the shop. And we had a lot of fun filming him around the store.
Yeah.
It's great, yeah. I think he really liked this sweater too.
He did, yeah. He commented on it. And, Julie Asselin has beautiful, beautiful yarns.
Yeah.
And this design is really stunning. Yeah.
He also has a magazine, or he's working with a fellow, and they've got a new Canadian magazine. Well, I don't know if it's Canadian.
A North American. Yeah.
And it's called Rib.
And it's for men.
Yeah.
All men's designs, which is really rare. It's hard to find a really nice publication with designs for men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one that just came out, issue number 2, it's beautiful. Has a sweater in it from Fiona Ellis, who's a really good friend of ours. And
Toronto designer. Spectacular designer.
And the sweater's beautiful. And then Tracy and Jody were just kind of oogling over the models that they got this morning.
Yes. Yeah. And then I think we have a beautiful ad in there too.
We do.
Yeah. We have some really creative people on our team who give us some really good ads. So that's good. That's worth the price of the magazine right there.
And we're going to put our Aiden sweater in the next issue. We've got an ad for that as well from Ann Budd's pattern.
Right.
So
not the pattern in there, but an ad that will direct you to the pattern if you want to get it. Yeah.
We are working with Eric though. We sent him some yarn, and I think he's swatching for something really special.
Well, I saw on the little podcast that you gave him some yarn for the Peaks and Ridges cowl too.
Yes. Yeah.
He's going to knit one for himself. Yeah, and that's another Ann Budd design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He picked a really pretty color. Myrrh.
Oh yeah, that's a really nice gold color. Yeah. Fabulous.
So that was fun.
We had fun with Eric.
And
the Grocery Girls.
See, there is, some perks to staying at home. To entertain visitors that come through. It's really nice.
Yeah. And then we should probably just talk about it because we try to have a bit of a retail focus on this podcast as well. But we've been closed on, we always close on Sundays.
Yeah.
We need one day to kind of be with our families and our friends and just relax and rest. And then over the summer we were closed on Mondays as well. And we used that day to kind of clean up the store, receive our orders, get some pricing done, all that admin work that we find so hard to catch up on.
So it's been really nice to have that Monday off. There's not that many nice weekends in the summer, so it's really a nice time to be able to enjoy that time with our family and friends. And
Yeah.
it's been
Well,
wonderful.
and as retailers, it's been really nice to have that day as a day to work on the things that you can't work on when you're in the store. Yeah. But now it's back to fall,
Right.
and we've got we're back to being open 6 days a week, and we're excited about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to see some of the new products that's coming up?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
All right.
And we're going to talk about Flash Mob too, right?
Right,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's start with a little bit of bling.
Okay.
Okay. We got some kits in from Art Yarns. So
yes.
every year before Christmas, we kind of treat ourselves. It's our Christmas present to us, and we get a shipment in of art yarn. It's just the most sparkly, beautiful yarn. It's kind of like ultimate treat yourself yarn. It's the highest grade of merino and cashmere and silk. And it's just beautiful. I can't say anything else about it.
That's what you're wearing.
This is what I'm wearing.
So what is this called?
This is a triangle scarf by Lucinda Iglesias from Montreal. She's a friend of ours, and she runs a little knit shop in Montreal. She's in a little ski resort area. We've got to go there one day and visit with her. But she lent us this sample. I just fell in love with this. When I saw the booth at Art Yarns at Columbus, I saw this piece, and I thought that was it.
Right.
We needed to have it, and that's why, because it had all the things that were popular. It had tassels, it had bling, it has sparkle, and I'm in love with this piece.
Right. It's gorgeous. And this is, Art Yarns is Iris Schreier. Iris Schreier and her husband own the company. And Iris is a designer. And she loves, it's like knitting jewelry, really. And you've got a shawl or a scarf, but you might as well have a beautiful diamond necklace, right?
Yeah.
Because it's that nice.
Well, this is the kit. So in the kit, this one's called the Peacock Kit. You can make this. Or you can make a bunch of other patterns. I saw this one too. We'll have to put a picture of this one.
It's like a rectangular shawl?
This one is kind of like a crescent shape.
Oh, okay.
But it's got these little leaves or peacock feathers knit in. And I thought, that kind of looks a little bit difficult. So when I got home, Iris sent me the pattern, and I actually swatched it up. It's easy peasy. I can't tell you how easy it is to knit. And it's going to go really fast, too, because about 3/4 of it is all mesh, where it's like, knit one yarn over knit two together, and you get these beautiful holes, lace work.
Yeah.
So this project is going to go really quick. And so inside you get a skein of beaded silk and sequins. And this is 100% Japanese silk with Italian glass Murano beads and sequins from Italy. Beautiful. Remember, too, we saw Elliot with his he's got specialized equipment in New York that takes the strands and actually twirls them together.
Right, plies them together.
It's amazing, the work that goes into this. So
I mean, it's all hand-dyed as well.
It's all hand-dyed. And this kit has a skein of Ensemble Light. And Ensemble Light is silk and cashmere, 50-50. It's like amazing to knit with. It just feels gorgeous. You need to make something out of this. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking, that peacock shawl would be really nice if you were going to a graduation or an evening out, an anniversary dinner, weddings, because the nice thing is that you don't have to knit beads in. They're already part of the yarn, and knitting beads into your work is nice, but it's tedious, right? You either got to pre-string them or you got to put them on with a crochet hook. So
it's so much easier when it comes like this. And look at the colors in here too.
The other nice thing about beaded yarns is that it adds some weight to your work. So when you wrap that shawl around you, you can it has drape because of the yarn, but also the beads give it a nice weight to it.
And I have to tell you, today I was on Ravelry and Iris sent me this note. There's a new pattern on Ravelry. I think it's even free. It's called Lazydays Cowl. Oh my God, it's pretty. It's a tube, and the bottom of the tube, they've used the beaded sparkle, and then the top is the ensemble, and it's amazing. It looks so pretty.
Well, that might be something up my alley.
Right?
Yeah.
Something simple to knit
Yeah.
and showy at the same time.
I do like tubes.
Yeah. So we got this kit, and then we have one more.
Yeah, because I think you started this when you were at TNA, right?
No. But shortly thereafter.
Okay.
I haven't had as much time.
You gave me a sneak peek at this one.
Right.
Yes.
This one is this kit. This one's called Drama Queen. And so this is their Merino Cloud yarn, which is, I want to say, extra fine merino and cashmere.
And I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, but I'm holding it up and the sunlight's just coming through the window at the right angle. It actually, it's actually shining through here, through the opaque parts. It's really pretty.
Yeah, and this isn't even blocked yet. Wait till you see it blocked. It's going to be twice as big. Yeah. So
looks like you're using like a mohair with a thicker yarn. So you're getting kind of like an opaque section. And then there's just a lot of sparkle in here. It's like tinsel.
I know.
It's in there.
And this Merino Cloud is just amazing to knit with. It's so soft. Here, I'll let you fondle my hands.
I get to handle your balls, do I?
Ooh.
Only sisters.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like Adam and Eve, only even softer.
Yeah, it's wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you could hold pudding in your hands.
That's a great description.
It just it's
look it up online.
Balancing.
It's called Merino Cloud. The other one is Rhapsody, and it's you get 3 free patterns with this kit.
Right.
So you can knit the one that I'm doing, the kind of feather and fan, or this one, or
a lacy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Iris has been very generous and included 3 free patterns in there. It's super.
Right. This is
Peacock
amazing.
shawl comes with a pattern as well. Check it out on Ravelry. I think you'll love the shawl design. It's beautiful.
All right.
Okay, so that's what we've got. Thanks, Lucinda, too. Hi, by the way. Cynthia and Barb say hi. All right.
Good.
She was so special, too, to let us keep this as long as we did.
Yes. We do have to send it back as well.
We do. I'm going to be sending it back, very shortly.
I notice you're using your new birch needles.
Yeah.
Your Leica?
Leica needles. Yes, I finally got the pronunciation of that down right.
Yes.
And someone was asking us too, Cynthia, if we could do a little demo of these needles, show kind of what's included. And
yeah, absolutely.
I have to tell you, I love the tips. They're sharp, but they're not too sharp. Some needles can be so sharp, and I always push my stitches through with my fingers. So I love the way these kind of really work around the stitches, but they're not too sharp.
Yes. And that's one of the nice things about wooden needles is that they can have sharper tips than metal needles sometimes, but these are made with birch, and they're I like them. They're a nice hard wood, right? And I think that's as close to metal as you can get without being metal.
I don't think I'm completely sold on the cable. I think that there's.
Do you think they're stiff?
A little bit. Yeah, I'll be honest. But what I'm really impressed with is that there's like 6 or 8 of them. You get 2 of every the 24-inch. Yeah. Is the sun in your eyes?
That's all right. I think it's okay. I'll look this way. So they're a screw-on tip. You just screw it on, and there's a little doohickey here.
Kind of like an Allen wrench, sort of. Or
it's a little folded needle, and you stick that into the hole at the base of the cord. Yeah. And you just use that to make sure that the needle's on nice and tight and secure.
As a lever.
I did use these needles, Magic Loop, to knit my Susan B. Anderson doll.
And how'd you like them?
I thought it was fine. They didn't come apart on me. They didn't unscrew on me or anything like that. And the really nice thing about interchangeables when you're knitting in the round, that one dropped, and I'll pick it up after, is that you can put the needle that you want to knit with on one end, and you can put any smaller needle on the other end. I'm just going to tighten this one up. And when you magic loop, that smaller needle goes on the inside, and you bring your right size
it feeds the stitches.
Exactly. The stitches mount up onto this smaller needle. You knit with the larger needle. And I found when I was using the big cable like this that the cable wasn't too stiff for magic looping.
Right.
Yeah. It is stiffer than our Addies, but it works pretty nicely. And if you're knitting in the round, of course, the cable doesn't really matter.
Right. And how do you feel about the tips?
Yes, I love them too. I love them. And the needles themselves are really smooth.
They're highly polished, aren't they? They're really nice.
Yeah. And they've got a nice, there's a laminate coating on them that's really nice. Mm-hmm. And yes, the tips they're nice and pointy, but they're not so sharp. They're not like, we have some other needles that are really, really sharp. And if you do use your thumb or your fingertips, it gets sore.
To push them along, I know. Yeah.
Yep. So the kit comes with 12 pairs of needles.
Yeah.
There's 5 cords, so you get 2 24-inch, 2 32, and 1 40-inch cord. There's a little bag of connectors, so you can connect your cords together. If you're doing that epic Afghan and you need a really long cord, you can put 3 of your cords together with this. Mm-hmm. And what else is in here? Oh, there's stoppers as well. Mm-hmm. So you've got your project on your needles, and now you've decided that you need to start another project, because who doesn't? So you want to take these needle tips off but not lose your stitches. That comes with stoppers, so you can put the stoppers on to keep your stitches from falling off.
Right. And put that project away and then get out a new set of cables.
Great.
Because you've got tons of them, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. They're really generous with the stoppers too. They give you lots of them.
There are lots of them. And then they also they're also warranted, and they have a mailing address. So if you have any issues with your needles, you can talk directly
send them straight back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really important to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of one of the reasons why we're a big Addie shop, because they are so great with customer service on any sort of returns. Sometimes it happens, right? Mm-hmm. You can get a little problem with a needle, and they're fantastic with getting returns and defective product replaced.
Yeah, and so this is nice because, you don't always stay in the same place, and you don't always remember where you bought them from. So with these ones, you can do a return right on their website. So you can do
still need a receipt, probably, right?
Probably, yeah. We haven't gotten that far with them yet, but
that's important.
That's good. Yeah. And they're reasonably priced.
Yes.
These are, what do you recall? I think $160 for the set.
So.
I think that's the price.
Yeah. I mean, this is the full set. We're getting in the shorter ones that comes in a smaller set, and I think those are less. I'm quite sure that they're even less when they're a real good deal. So stay tuned for that. We got that too, and then we're going to have the double points in as well.
Oh, good.
We brought them in for Christmas. It's always nice to have some treats.
Yes, exactly. And don't let anybody tell you that you have too many needles.
No, you can't.
You can't have too many needles.
No.
I took this set with me to New Brunswick, and again, it was really nice because I just packed up the whole thing, put it in my carry-on luggage, and knew that no matter what yarn shop I went to or what project I got sidetracked on, I'd have my needles with me.
Well, and you don't have to worry because you've got every size, right?
Yeah.
So if you do want to start a few new projects, you've got the capability of doing that.
Yeah.
That coffee, by the way, is so good.
It is, isn't it? So this is that's the Starbucks. I used our Keurig machine and I brought my Starbucks K-cups from home.
Okay, so we're drinking Starbucks coffee out of Tim Hortons mugs. Sorry, Tim's.
Just so Canadian of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about a few. Okay, so we talked about some new yarn. Mm-hmm. We talked about
needles.
Mm-hmm. So now let's talk about patterns and pattern support. you've probably heard us tell you that we are huge Church Mouse fans.
Church Mouse yarns and tea.
Yeah, everything that Church Mouse does, we have to do.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to share with you, they have been working really, really hard at coming out with new patterns, and they've got 8 brand new ones. And we just want to kind of run through them with you quickly,
Really quickly.
because they're so cool.
Yeah. So this is the ribbed lace scarf.
Right.
It's a large scarf. Will keep you. Could be a shawl in addition to a scarf.
And so let's just kind of quickly go, because we don't want to go too fast. But what yarn are they using for this one?
That's a good question.
So this scarf comes
Chunky
in
weight
2
yarn.
different gauges.
Oh yes, okay. Light lace weight version
And the chunky weight
So they use a lace weight held double, and then the chunky weight version using a chunky yarn.
Right.
They used Rowan Cocoon for that one.
I
Nice
know.
choice.
And this is a beautiful yarn. So we got to do a sample.
We do. You're right.
The lightweight version, they use Shibui Silk Cloud.
Oh.
And if you guys have not seen the new colors yet for Silk Cloud, go to the website or go to our online store. Do we have them up there?
We will by the time this podcast comes out.
Okay, they came out with new colors that are just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's an apple green and then a magenta color. Stunning.
All right, and then this is called the half and half cowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this one we were talking about today in the shop because perfect for a jewel closure.
Right.
We think that this piece is just dying for some, leather and buckles and
Right.
how pretty that would be.
And again, it's done in either a worsted weight yarn or a chunky weight yarn. They used Rowan brushed fleece for their chunky weight version. Right. And that's a chunky yarn, but very light and soft.
I love that
Amazing.
fact, too, that Church Mouse has taken and given you 2 different yarn options
they
to
do
use.
that a lot. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yep. You bet. This one's called the Flat Rib Popover.
Okay, this one I am definitely doing. Because this is just like an easy folded poncho, but different, right?
Yes.
I think it's just a beautiful piece with a little bit of a drop shoulder. It's going to be a great piece to wear over a pair of leggings or a skirt.
And this one they used, it's a worsted weight yarn, and they did it in Barocco Ultra Alpaca.
Right, which we carry as well.
Yeah, 50 wool, 50 alpaca. Nice, beautiful color range. Yeah.
I love the Barocco too because of that blend. That 50-50 is what keeps the shape in a sweater too.
This one, yeah.
Have the softness of the alpaca, but it still holds its shape and it doesn't stretch.
This one comes in 4 sizes. So it goes from small, medium, large, and extra large. But if you're wanting, plus sizes, don't worry, because the chest sizes, it's got lots of room. So finished bust measurements go from 50 to 66 inches.
Oh,
so
that's
this is
nice size.
oversized. Yep. All right. And then we've got the Windy City cap because they do lots of hats. And this one has an interesting textured design on it. Tweed stitch. And it's done in a worsted weight yarn. Barocco Ultra wool. We have that one as well, don't we? That's the superwash wool. 100% wool, but machine washable.
And it's for guys or girls, right? It's
yeah,
there's a unisex design.
Picture. Yeah.
Nice, snug to the head kind of fit.
That tweed stitch looks really interesting. All right, and then we have the tapered cowl. And so this was one that's wider at the bottom and narrower at the top, so you can shrug it down over your shoulders.
So this is the one that I was thinking would look really pretty in one of the art yarn kits.
Oh.
Like what if we took the beaded silk and did it right along the edge?
Yes.
And then the rest of the cowl, we did it in the ensemble light.
Yes. So whether it's gathered up around your neck or pulled down over your shoulders, it would look amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that one's knit in the round, I'm guessing. Only on a circular needle.
You know this one? This one's knit back and forth, and then you stop and you knit it in the round.
Ah.
So that's how you get the little split at the shoulder.
Right.
Really cute piece.
Yeah. And not,
I want to do them all.
Not overly complicated. Well, we might get there.
Holidays. I think I have holidays planned.
Yeah, no. This one's the buttoned wrap skirt. This one's been really popular.
Yeah.
People have been coming in shopping for yarn for this one. I believe it's done in a worsted weight. as well.
And we talked about this one at the shop today too. One of the girls here wants to cast this one on right away. And we were talking about buttons because sometimes it can be hard to find buttons.
Right.
But wouldn't this be an interesting piece too for the jewel closures? I hate to be like a sounding board for them, but again, those little leather toggles would be so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one comes in a short version and a long version.
Oh, good.
So you can have it above the knees or at the knees or below the knees. And it's done in a heavy worsted weight yarn. So we were talking about yarns like Drops Nepal.
That would be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
What about even the Universal DK?
Well, that's a DK. It's not heavy worsted.
Oh,
but
okay.
It would be, if you have a yarn that you want to try out, do a swatch, block it, and just make sure that it's not going to be see-through, right? That's the main part with the skirt, or wear a slip. I know that's old-fashioned, but you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think this would be easy enough to adjust too, right? There's just looks like one piece.
You probably could. But we might have to knit it in a DK just to know. Right? Yeah. And this is called the Striped Linen Stitch Wrap and Scarf.
Right. This is the 7th one in the collection. There's only one more. And it's kind of like a nice big piece that you can wrap around. You can make it like a warm shawl, or you can bundle it up like a scarf. Yeah. Fold it a couple times.
Churchmouse made that linen stitch really, really popular a few years ago with their the linen stitch scarf that they did. So this is a nice adaptation of that. Yeah. And what weight of yarn is that one? Rowan felted tweed.
Yeah.
Oh, so a DK weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Baby Alpaca by Blue Sky Fibers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have both of those.
We do.
Yeah. All right.
Lucky.
This one I want to do. The Slouchy Pullover.
Yeah.
This is me all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And maybe I'll put a little art yarn in there to jazz it up. Yeah. So they've done this one in 2 different yarns as well, I believe. Let's see here.
Is that the one that has a couple different lengths too?
Yes, there's a longer version and a shorter version, and they've used a single strand of chunky weight yarn, or you can use multiple strands of lighter weight yarns.
This would be nice for shibui, you know,
Yes.
where you could put like Pebble and Silk Cloud maybe together.
I do like Pebble.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorites, yeah. And then they've done it here, I think, again in Rowan brushed fleece, and so it's kind of see-through and opaque, so you could wear it over top of a long sleeve t-shirt.
This one here actually is the brushed fleece. This one, the
Okay.
chunky one,
Okay.
and that's Kid Silk Haze.
Oh, double-stranded?
I think so. Well, we'd have to look.
Oh, here, Rowan Kid Silk Haze. 4 strands of Rowan Kid Silk Haze.
And 2 strands held together.
2 strands of
Two
each
different
color, so
colors.
4 strands all together. Yeah. They love doing that too, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it just feels so beautiful.
Yeah. I bet we have a little bit of Rowan Kid Silk Haze stripe left.
Yeah.
And that would look so cool with different colors of that striping mohair.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Churchmouse Yarns and Tea, brand new patterns.
Right.
And not to do any spoilers or to give away too many secrets, but we're coming out with a new pattern collection at the end of this month too.
We
so
are.
At Knit City, we'll be launching some new patterns with Holly Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And our epic line of yarns. So stay tuned for more information on that.
Really, really cool designs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to have a special podcast just about that.
We might, yes. Yeah, that's a good idea.
To spend time just talking about those.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So
flash mob.
right.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. So you know how every 20th of every month we come out with a special yarn. Usually it's an indie dyed yarn, something really pretty, some, you know.
Oh, we've had some fun with Richard DeVries and
Yeah.
with Carolyn Sommerfeld from Ancient Arts. We've had some beautiful, beautiful
Yarn ink.
individual skeins. Yes,
Right.
yarn ink, yeah.
So we thought we'd switch it up a little bit. This time we're going to offer a kit. And we thought, you know, it's getting close to Christmas. It's always kind of a bit of a rush time there. We want a pattern or a kit that's simple to do, but something that's really classic and something fun to knit. And so we looked to our friends at Shell Ridge Yarns.
Canadians.
And yes, they're a Canadian company. They have beautiful merino yarn and they have patterns. It's a sister team, just like us, Deb and Lynn. And Lynn has the yarn. She does all the dyeing, Shell Ridge Yarns, and Deb is the kind of brains behind the designs.
Oh, nice.
She has a company called Cabin Fever.
Oh, yes.
And they've been around for years.
Yes, we've had their patterns forever. Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
And they've got a couple of new ones. And so I saw them at the show too. Yeah. And so we've got these to show you.
All right.
So
here. Yeah, I'm going to hold this one up. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that cute? So this is a design that's based on garter stitch and stockinette stitch. It's like a ridge stitch, and I love the colors in this one.
Right.
And
that one's called the Neapolitan Cardigan.
Right.
Doesn't it look just like, Neapolitan
it does,
ice
yeah.
cream?
So the kit comes with a strawberry, I guess Neapolitan is brown, but chocolate and vanilla, right? Right. So this is
close enough, right?
This is like a white chocolate.
Yeah, this is gray. This is a really pretty shade of gray.
Mm-hmm. I love that combination.
I know.
I do. So you get 3 skeins of yarn.
Yeah.
And with that, you can do this
that
design,
yep.
or there's and so in the kit you get patterns for this design or for another design.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and you've got some copies there.
I do. And here's the other little design. Now this one was knit up 0 to 6 months.
Okay.
But there's enough yarn in your kit to knit like a size 2.
Right. Right. And this one's a smaller one as well.
Right. Here's another. So what we've got is we've got the color combos for these.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a little boy you want to knit for and you'd like to use greens and browns, we've got those color combos. Mm-hmm. We have this one, and we have that one, and we have.
And so this is
this color combo.
This is a different color combo than this one.
Right.
Yes. So just to recap,
this one I think a little girl could wear quite easily too, right?
For sure. So just to recap, in each kit you get 3 skeins of a DK weight yarn from Shell Ridge Farms, and there are maybe 4 color combinations.
4 color combinations.
Okay.
Each skein has a generous 265 yards.
Right.
That's a lot of yarn.
It is. It is.
100 grams.
100 grams, and it's a machine washable merino wool.
Yeah.
So really nice and soft. And you get 2 patterns. You can pick from 2 patterns. So you can do girl combos or boy combos or gender neutral combos,
or a shawl, like whatever.
Yeah.
But what a fun thing to do, right?
Yes.
So this one is kind of for the mums and the grandmas out there who want to do something really special for their
dads and grandpas who are also knitters. We're seeing more and more of more and more men coming into the store looking for knitting projects.
That's true.
We won't rule out the Erics of our crowd, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah. So that's great. I love this because I love a kit. Kits are really nice. So I think it's a great flash mob idea.
I have to share with you that this pattern is the easiest pattern. We teach this.
Right.
There's another version called the Buttons Cardigan that we have workshops on, and I've knit personally probably about 10 of these.
Yeah.
Start at the top collar and work your way down. Simple, easy peasy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've got to make a wrap on this podcast.
It's come so fast
an
end.
I know.
I could just yabber on forever.
Couldn't we? Couldn't we though? All right. So let's say goodbye. Let people get off to their other jobs and duties. Hope you've been knitting and having a great time while we've been talking to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining in and visiting with us for this last hour or so.
And we'll talk again soon.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.